anything, you know. I mean, when I was, let's get deep and meaningful here. I trained to be a therapist, and I was like, I'm going to be a therapist in the UK. Then I met Lizzie, and things completely changed. I can't be a therapist in America because of my qualifications, and that was 4 years. But at the end of the day, I was a therapist, and I had clients, and it was what I wanted to do, and it still is potentially something I want to do in future, maybe when I'm older, with a bit more life experience after I've had kids and stuff. Not that you need to have kids to be a therapist, but I think it's something which would help. No, not that that's the reason why I'd want to have kids anyway. Because, you know, I went through some shit when I was younger, you know, I mean... this is weird now. I don't know why I've suddenly started talking about this. Where, you know, I went to hospital and for various reasons, I almost wasn't on this planet anymore. And you know what? Oh, that guy is a fucking legend. Look at that save. Do you see that shit? And I don't know, like, life wasn't good at the time. Life was pretty shit, or it felt like shit. And I attempted to do something, and I didn't do it in the end, thankfully. I had a little bit of therapy, and like I felt shit about myself. Confidence was low, all that kind of shit as well. And like everyone who meets me will never believe that I've ever been through anything like that, because I'm always happy and smiley and hype and excited and positive. Because, you know, that's kind of sometimes a lot of people who are like that are like as well. I don't know. I don't know. And I think a lot of people on Twitch, and you see people who post like selfies all the time, and like the girl streamers specifically, and you can tell how low their confidence level is in their self and their insecurities. And they do it all the time, and they don't get any kind of help for it, and it makes me very sad. And the world the way it is now, it feeds into the factor of, you know, being popular and having views and having subscribers and having people like you in that way, when it's not fucking real. And it's just not a it's not a real thing at all. Just because you post a selfie doesn't mean you're insecure, by the way. That's not what I'm saying. I post selfies with Lizzie and stuff because it's because I'm happy and I want to show off about it. Which is the real reason why anyone does that, probably. Yeah, and you know, and there's one Twitch streamer, she's called Pocket, and she's probably really nice, but she just posts pictures of herself looking, you know, cute, looking hot, and you can see right through it, and it's sad. And I wish that, you know, people like that would lead by a better example, realize what, you know, they're going through, and just say that kind of shit, you know. It does kind of. And I think the world is more depressed and fucked up than it's ever been, and that's an unfortunate thing, and I don't think social media helps. Oh, I got an aerial. Ish. That's just the way it is, but like, you know, and being a caster, like being a player, is a lot easier than being a fucking caster, I can tell you that. And I have taken so much abuse. Like, if you imagine nearly every stream that Helsef did for like maybe 2 years or a year and a half, where basically I just get bashed the fuck out of by him and his viewers, that's like 200 people. What that would do to your self-esteem levels when you're trying to cast a game that you're trying really hard to do, but you're not like the best player in the world, and you talk to players, but no matter what you do, you're not going to understand it to a level that the professional player is. Like how much that would fucking defeat you and bash you down. It's like, you know, what the fuck? I should do therapy Twitches. Maybe we could. I've been thinking, I wanted to do something like that for a long time. I would have to be very careful about that kind of thing, though. But so I'm kind of just talking about shit. Wow, I'm just like getting deep and meaningful right now. Come for intention again. If it's forcing people to put on a fake persona, even if you're just a normal person on Facebook or whatever, you're constantly aware of how you're appearing to people. Yeah, and like I've started to get over that kind of shit, you know. And it's also things like, and it's like the stuff with Trump and, you know, political views and people saying, you know, no political talk here. And it's like we're trying to escape that kind of stuff. Well, why are you trying to escape things that are fucking real important in the world? Like, it's stupid that you would do that and you would deny your viewers and anyone else from talking about something that's really fucking important to them and really fucking important to the world. Like, Trump being president of the United States of America is a big fucking important thing. Like, that's called therapy, people. You talk about the shit that is worrying you. Ignoring the fact that things are going to shit in the world is never going to help you. It's never going to help anyone. And that's what people want to do. And unfortunately, you know, and I don't like Trump. I think he's the biggest fucking moron on the planet. And he's got no idea what he's doing. And he needs to go. But in a way as well, people need to stop giving him so much shit all the time. Because we're sounding like him. And it's like fucking extreme leftism. I'm left. I'm on the left, but I'm not that extreme. But sometimes, you know, we talk about bullying and Trump being a bully and being an awful person and stuff. And like, exactly the same kind of stuff happens back to him. Even to the fact where, like, a TV show does it as well. But I think that's hilarious, to be fair. I don't mean that they should stop it, but do you know what I mean? Like, it's hypocritical sometimes. The world. It's kind of funny. And that's not me defending him whatsoever. I'm one of the biggest people who don't want to fucking put guy in. I moved to America on the day that he got into the president of the United States of America. I fucking cried. No bullshit. I actually cried when he got voted in. I'm not lying, because shit like that worries me. You know, the future for me, the future for my kids, the future for my nephews. All the real stuff that happens, not the future of me streaming on Twitch, not the future of me being popular streamer or caster, the stuff which really fucking matters, like your friends, your family, your better half, your fiance, your wife, your husband, whatever. You know, the real shit that's really fucking important, you know? And I'm not saying that this is important because it's my job, but like, it's just, I think people have a real fucking distorted view of what's important in the world. And they need to fucking learn. And I think it's the responsibility of streamers and people that tweet and people that are older as well that do that kind of shit to fucking help people. That's why, you know, loads of people in my stream and Discord talk to me and talk to us. Some of the best material to work with. No, this is when I was in the UK, Calumet. This was when he got voted in. But then I was like, you know what? But fuck it, I don't care. Because it was a decision. Because I said if Trump got in, I wasn't going to move. And because I wasn't upset because of just that. It was because of something that I'd said. And I was more like, I can't believe I said that. Because there's no way I'm not going to move to America. There's no way I'm not going to fucking move to America, you know? Because I want to be with the person I want to be with. Fucking distance don't matter. Corvus knows that, so just face. Because you do what you want, like, and I think we're a good example of that. That you can make it work no matter how far you are away from someone else, especially nowadays. That's the good thing about social media and stuff. actually using it to communicate with people that you would never communicate with. That's the power of social media. It's not about popularity. It's that kind of thing. I'm not even fucking playing the game right now. Oh dear. Just having a deep and fucking meaningful on Twitch right now. I've got tier 3 horse, man. I got tier 3 horse. I got tier 3 horse. I think that guy triggered me when he came into the stream. Because at the end of the day, that his guy, sure, he was, it might have been not the best thing in the world to say, because like I'm sure he wouldn't liked it if he was in the same situation as me. But at the end of the day, he was making a real fucking comment, you know? He was making a massive comment about like something that I am very, very self-conscious about. And that's not me saying, you know, feel sorry for me, you should go and sub for me and stuff. That's me just saying, you know, I'm just a real fucking person and I'm not a faked fucking Twitch streamer like most people are. Where they're playing shit they don't want to play, they're doing shit they don't want to do, they probably go off at night being upset because they didn't get like 5 million viewers on every night. And okay, sometimes I get upset in exactly the same ways, but you know, I'm not gonna just be this fake person because I can't do that. I just can't do it. Not after what I've learned about myself, not after what I've learned about as well, because it's just, you know, I mean, there is something about an act, there is something about a talent that you have, about being a different person in a job or acting out and stuff like that. But Twitch streaming, like, it's too much of someone's life. You're in their home. I mean, look, this is where I fucking live. You can see all my shit, all my dirty shit is literally on the sofa, you know? That's what it's about, dudes. Dudettes. Oh, oh, oh. Ah! No! I've got a really good video that I made at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And I wanted to come out. I can't until we're reading the next all this shit. Although, to be fair, you can't blame it on the snowstorm. But yeah, I mean, the Guild Wars 2 casting thing, it's like, and I'll be honest with you, there's only 8 people in the room. We're not in Guild Wars 2 either. It's not about the game, really. But reading comments like on Twitter, on Reddit and stuff like that, and you know, it's people's opinions, and I respect that. Like, it doesn't take balls, it doesn't take a lot of guts to really go on the internet and say, you know, this person sucks at this and you're better. But when you read comment after comment about how it's been the best tournament in the history of Guild Wars 2, mainly because people want to suck up to someone who isn't actually, you know, who has done it 1 or 2 times, is very, very fucking hurtful. It is very, because you put your life and soul into it. And it doesn't matter, but you respect the fact that they know the game in a better way than you, but it's the disrespect you get for the position and the stuff and the work that you've put into it for so long. Because at the end of the day, ArenaNet and ESL wouldn't have employed me to do those things if they didn't think I was good at it, you know? It costs them fucking money. It's not because there's no one doing it. If you put the effort in and you put the work in, which is what I'm talking about essentially from before, you get fucking places in your life. And too many people expect things to fucking fall in their lap. And that's bullshit. And Sind and Helseth did a fantastic job. I watched the whole tournament. I watched most of the thing, and it was fucking early for me. It was really fucking early for me. And it was really good, and I enjoyed it. I definitely have no qualms about how they casted or anything. But it's a different style to the way I'd do it. For sure. Like, it would be better to have a caster like me and someone like Helseth or Sind doing, like, the analysis. Because you still need to cast it. You still need to go through the game, you know. Like, you need to direct the action and what's happening on screen while someone analyzes it as well. I don't know. I did enjoy it, though. And they know that. And I, you know, tweeted about it. I made honest comments on Reddit. You know, on YouTube videos, but I'm not going to get salty about the fact that people don't like what I do, because that's the joy of having an opinion and being able to be outspoken about that kind of shit, you know. Oh, fuck's sake. And you have to respect people's opinions, because it's an opinion, even if it's wrong, as Ink says. And without people like Helseth and Sind and, you know, Zan and all the other guys, we wouldn't have the scene that we have. So there's like a shitload of respect for them guys, and it is shit that they are going. But at the end of the day, if you're sponsored by Denial Esports, they're not going to stay with you if you're A, doing shit, and 2, in a game where there's no money or tournaments, because they're not getting any kind of promotion whatsoever. Oh, for fuck's sake, I'm not focusing. It's disgusting. There you go. Yeah, Corvus, exactly. And they've got that kind of view that I will never have, you know? So it's good. But yeah, we're just getting real in here at the moment. Talking about all the shit, you know? And I'd love to do a show like that, you know, talking about depression, talking about, you know, what's important, what's really important in the world, why Twitch streamers and people who are popular have a massive responsibility, not just to themselves, but to the fucking people that enjoy them, that want to be them, that want to, you know, have some kind of... and they need to lead from example, you know. And I just think there's too many bad examples out there in the gaming community, and they've got too much of a responsibility to not fucking, you know, because if you go and watch, say, and this is like before, I mean, Helseth was talking about in his video, you know, how he used to bash ArenaNet ages ago, and people would just fucking go off on Reddit and like go to streams of people that he didn't like and abuse the fucking shit out of them. And he learnt that. Like, he learnt that a long time ago. Maybe could do a few more lessons in it, but that's part of his persona, that he is a streamer. But the thing is he's got a lot more real recently, in recent months and even the last year, and where to the point I have a lot more respect for him than I used to. But that's part of his persona and his brand that he sells. So that's, you know, that's part of what it is. And people now realise that, whereas they didn't before, you know. Because I think Twitch was young and they didn't really understand. And he explains, and he's more respectful now than he's ever been, whereas he used to be awful. Oh, that was a good shot. But I think generally, like, streamers, YouTubers, content creators have a responsibility to fucking look after the people that they're not look after, but to be a voice, a responsible voice to people as well. What's he fucking doing? Hey Viff, how you doing, man? Esports is great. Esports is fantastic because it gives the people an opportunity, if you're not into sports and stuff, to get behind something, to support something, to enjoy something in the community that's competitive and that you enjoy, like video games, you know. I think it's really good. I think in the region of, I think there's a lot of, I think it's too commercialized. I think there's too many, it's a lot about advertising and about making money, which is what it is all about as well in the end, really. I think CSGO went the wrong, it's not CSGO's fault, it's more ESL's fault and other companies, but to the point where, and I've spoken to some like top players about this as well, guys that play at quite high level, that, you know, there would just be tournament after tournament after tournament, and people that view it, and you'd be like, okay, there's this tournament this month, and it's a world tournament. There's this tournament next month or in 2 weeks, and it's, you know, this as well. And it's like, so who the fuck is the world champions? Where's the importance in this? It's like the frequency and the players. There was a good article someone wrote, I can't remember who wrote it, about tiredness and people getting drained out and stuff. And it was just unbelievable. They were like, you know, we're winning money, that's cool, But what's the importance? What does what does it mean? What does it actually fucking mean? Anyway. Hey Fata man, how you doing? They need to start a discussion. People need to keep important things in front of their mind, sort of what you're saying. Kind of, yeah. I mean, not necessarily. Generally, like, I just get pissed off when I walk into a stream and the first thing I see is, like, you know, people getting denied to talk about the things they want to talk about. And I'm not talking about, you know, obvious things like abuse and stuff. But I really disagree about people saying, you know, the whole thing about people not being able to talk about the election was just bullshit. It's like, we're trying to come into here to get away from things. It's like, guys, why do we play video games so much in the fucking first place? Yes, we love video games, but most of the time it's to escape what the fuck we're going through. I'm sorry. It's the fucking truth. And even if it's a good one or a bad one, if it's a bad one, we'll search for the next one. And I'm not saying that the only reason people play video games is because their life sucks. But it's an escape. It's a rest. It's a break. It's, you know, and playing them for so long and MMOs and stuff, like, the most fucked up people in the world are playing MMOs, man. Not even joking. It's what it is. So why would you go to a stream to then ignore and not think about your life even more? And like, it's perfectly fine to do that, but you're not helping anyone. Like, it doesn't help anyone. Like, denying people talking about something which is fucking shit scary for them is just fucking taking something away from them. It's like when you think about this as a comment. I learned this something very early on. Why do you hug someone that's upset? Why do you hug someone that is upset? Is it because you think it will help them, or is it because it will help you? Because you feel like you can help them, make them feel better. If they're upset, fucking let them be upset, you know? Give them a hug, that's fine, that's fair enough. But you are denying them being upset. Because you're taking it away. Because, you know, and the best thing, and it sounds really horrible, but it's the fucking truth. It's just an example, you know. You let people be so they can get upset and they can get shit off their chest, you know. They're full of germs. That's what Richie says as well. And I'm not really playing the game properly, I'm sorry. I don't help people because they get there. I'm sorry if like some people aren't enjoying the stream because I'm just talking about real shit at the moment, but you know what? And Lizzie knows this as well. Even though there are people in Seattle that I know and I know that want to see me and are friends with mine, and I've got a bachelor party, I'm getting married, and there are people that want to be there, it's still it's getting more like home. I'm still 10 hours flight away from home. I shit myself when I got here after a while because the excitement is still there, but you know, your whole life changes. You haven't got your mum, you haven't got your dad there, and I don't want to sound like, you know, a sissy or whatever the word is, but you know, when you moved from a place where, you know, you were actually happy and life was actually quite good or starting to get good for once, but you move your life because you want to be with someone that makes your life infinitely better anyway, it's like you're torn, you know? It's like, what the fuck do I do? And I wanted to move, and I don't regret it for an instant, and it's getting better every day, and this streaming helps a lot. He says as he talks about people escaping their problems. But this is my job as well. This is my full-time job. And I'm going to make something of this. And I think that guy triggered me earlier. So thank you, Haz, by the way. Because he brought out an insecurity in me, which is very, very true. And I think an insecurity that many people have on Twitch and YouTube as well, is that what does my view account or my follower account say about me as a person. Well, you know what it fucking says about you as a person? It says fuck all. That's what it says. Okay, sure, you haven't got the viewers, you haven't got the subscribers, you're doing it as a full-time job, you're doing it as something for fun. If you can't be a Twitch streamer and you can't have fun with it and you're just doing it to get subs and viewers, then what the fuck is the point? That's not a job that you would want to enjoy, is it? Because you're just going to get depressed all the time. That's why I was getting upset about viewers and subs, and when I started to move off Guild Wars 2 a bit, and even on Guild Wars 2, and I was just like, that's not the right reason for doing this, Dan. This is not the reason why you wanted to do this in the first place. Get a grip and fucking sort your shit out. And then I was like, I love shoutcasting. Like, I fucking love doing that. So do it. Play the games you want to cast and stream the games you want to stream and enjoy and fucking have fun. So that's what I'm fucking doing. And if it means I go from 100 viewers to 5, fuck it. I don't give a shit. If I have to rebuild the stream up from the ground up, fuck it. I'll do it. Don't give it monkeys. If I have to suck at Rocket League and talk about weird shit all the time, that's what I'm doing right now.
Just do it.
Exactly. Then fucking do it. But just getting pissed off about that shit is something I'm over. And it's going to be upsetting, and it is upsetting. You have to be real about something which is going to work, and you have to be responsible. Because I'm not a young man anymore, you know. I haven't got my parents in behind me, backing me up, and I never did. I worked since I was 15, and I worked my fucking ass off at everything I do, you know. And that's the way it is. Yeah, good job. Changing your lives, I doubt it. Part of the trade deal in the US once involves US citizens. The NHS is dying, and it will die in the next 5 years, unfortunately. Because the Conservative Party, you cunts. Because Virgin is just going to buy it. Welcome to Virgin, the Virgin National Health Service. I'm actually not a massive advocate of the NHS, if I'm honest, mainly because of mental health care. Because I actually believe that the free service you get as a like in terms of counselling, is actually awful. It's actually very bad. It's a short-term service which is not for anyone that has anything going on deeper than, say, you know, they lost their cat one day. You know, I don't believe in short-term therapy. I mean, it's good for someone to talk to. I mean, it is useful and it does help some people. But I think if you've got deep and meaningful issues, you can't have 5-6 sessions to really get to the grips and the nitty-grit of it. I've dealt with heroin dealers, yeah, dealers, I guess, addicts, alcoholics, you know, sex addicts and stuff as well. And that shit is you're never going to sort those problems out and talking to someone for five sessions, which isn't even 5 hours. But you know, been in 20 years, Canada for 20 years, it's tough to be away from parents. Yeah, exactly. And that's the same thing for me, man. And you know, I'll get all those things, and I've started to